So, it's recording. Alright, here we go. So, just worked on for the last hour speech about the inheritance of Susan Shepard and my augmented reality, how it works. So I'm currently at one of the Latter-day Saint temples here in Colorado. So it's currently closed. And right now, of the 60 Minutes episode that aired, I saw it in 2022. Let's see if I can find somewhere I can set this to talk so I don't have to hold it. So I'm waiting for a liaison to call me. But currently, while I'm talking, there's Latter-day Saints threatening my life, liberty, pursuit of happiness here in America. So they created a scam with the housing market, which I went by the FBI today. They, at all these places I keep stopping for the FBI, you have to have appointments. So it's unfortunate. I've already been reporting in writing. But I just have to keep calling and reporting each different thing. So today's episode was about the housing market. So as I was just sitting here and the people who are responsible for me talking and being muted for 5 decades. So as I was just speaking, I'll have to make a phone call here in less than an hour. With a court liaison, which is supposed to be an hour and a half to a 2-hour appointment, talking about whatever they're going to talk to me about. But what I need to do is make sure to document, put this online here, is showing, see the statue here. Let's see. Oh, get that out of the way. So this is the statue of 250 tons worth of gold right there. Okay. So this one already has a Moroni temple statue on this temple. Okay. So what's happening is that as I'm talking, I'm being overtalked by Latter-day Saints threatening my life. And the hardest thing is that they want to give me only credit for 155 temples of 250 tons that my mother helped put in every temple and cash. And the redistribution of trillions of dollars, already finding that $100 billion slush fund money that 60 Minutes reported. But after her death, the fact that we're dealing with the housing market here in America and how Latter-day Saint Temple Mormons receive their endowment business contracts and exactly how their money gets funneled. So it's been, now quite a few years, since December 2022, that they've been receiving their endowment money. They give their taxes and they figure out their endowments and how much money was calculated into the system. Quote, the system. So Susan's donated money for 5 decades. I've never been able to personally take my own money. It was under my mother. Then since then, it's been about William Shepard Jr., which I've been posting about publicly here on YouTube and on Facebook. So as I'm attempting to report again the situation about the payouts to everyone, these trillions of dollars of money that the Latter-day Saints have, that's supposed to be paid out to everyone, not just to Temple Mormons. So, beautiful green grass. We're on water restriction everywhere, every state. So, the real situation is to, this construction personnel only, are they following the new laws in order to get paid money in the system? Because even public parks, it's supposed to be zero-scaped. You literally don't even have money, to buy water. What are you going to do? Take it from the ocean and bring it all the way here? I don't know what they're planning on doing. It's a crisis. It's a real situation here in America of what's happening. The idea that I'm attempting to figure out how to pay people. It was supposed to be $11,111.11 to every single person to make prepaid taxpayers. But unfortunately, that hasn't happened. And being that my money has paid to go in a worldwide global economy, and from this view you can't really see. I was hoping I could set this down. I have to hold on to the other thing. Anyway, it's beautiful though. I paid for this. A lot of members paid, but my money specifically, my gold, paid for this. So this neighborhood they're claiming would all be, and they make sure Latter-day Saints live in expensive properties. The Temple Mormons are the richest, wealthiest people. My belief system, based on my story, the fact that my money's paid for them for decades. The volunteering and the humanitarian aid is supposed to be what it's supposed to be for. The fact that we're going to prove, and that's what's going to be the story, prove where the money went, how it went, and where it goes. But the idea that all I've been listening to since my mom died is only for Temple Mormons, which will not be the case. So the fact that right now these temples are paid for and how they're paid for. So again, I'm going to try to see if I can do something about holding this thing. It's way too heavy for me to hold. Oh, okay. So, let's see. I had attempted to put it on a different, there we go. Okay, let's see if I can move it to this. So I called the police in Greeley today. I had called them the other day, and I'm doing a live update on that too. But then I went to the FBI office. I also, when they called me back, the police called me back, I attempted to three-way into the FBI. The office was not open yet, so I drove over there and talked to somebody who was from the FBI and got numbers. And so I've got that situated. But the fact that to find out that you cannot just see people at these satellite offices, you literally have to have an appointment. And I think that's just really important to notate, because I've now been traveling from Florida all the way back to Colorado now as an Arizona resident currently. But I was told that this is going to be an 8-month evaluation for me. So I am claiming that I run a spy network for the Latter-day Saints and for Catholicism, Catholics, for all denominations and nonprofits, because I believe that the patents and the proof of the videotaping through eyesight technology is in fact, my money pays for that. So I want to prove how this in your mind technology works. I want to prove how the videotaping through eyesight and how the attachment technology of my frequency, I called it's been tagged the love frequency, orgasmic energy. So it's what they use in my augmented reality for people to have orgasms. So you actually can shut off orgasms. You can actually make it where people don't have sex at all. And then you can also make it where people can have sex over and over and over again consistently, literally till you kill someone. They get raped to death. So that's an important thing to know, because in education and to understand how that works. But the fact that I contacted the FBI this morning in Loveland, and that I have already reported for the last 4 years, and I'm updating the current situation. And knowing that I'm doing this evaluation, they want me to stay in Colorado for 8 months, so that way I can work with the liaison and to deal with what I believe my daughters are being held or have been killed. I do believe that they will get killed. When I called the Greeley police, basically they said that with the restraining order in place, that they are claiming they will not investigate, that I would get a call from the coroner if my daughters in fact are dead, but that they have no reason to report to me or no way to because of the restraining order. So while on my daughter's social media account, it talks about how Trump loves her. And there's no way that Trump would not know the situation with Killian Scheer, I believe, having a rape game. I do believe it's Killian Scheer, even though they've been attempting to make it seem like it's Foster, 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 Beal. It was Addie, Addie, Addie Beal. Leslie Shepard, she's married to William Shepard Jr., two of the worst humans on earth. What they've done since my mother has passed away, they are inhumane. I believe they're guilty of human trafficking. They're guilty of running a prostitution ring through the Latter-day Saint Church. They utilize the technology to harm people, to hurt people, to belittle people, to bully, to harass, to humiliate, and tag to be disgusting. So since my brother put an attempt to do a restraining order on me first, and then attempted to turn my children against me, as I've been reporting, I should get the papers to show you the transgender issue with my daughter, that I believe that because of their inheritance, they're the only two grandchildren of Ina, that were in the will. So America Federal Credit Union was supposed to have trillions of dollars of my money. I heard that Trump ended up with it. So again, I have to keep reporting to get the government to find out the truth. I gave Trump money for an airplane, and then I was told he got a different one for Thanksgiving 2022. So let me find the papers, the pictures here I'd like to show. So here's a picture of me when I was young. So after my mom's death, my brother, William Shepard Jr., started calling me an American Indian cunt sister. It became about white supremacy. Then I found out before the last prophet died, and this current prophet now will be dying, they said today, so we'll find out if that's true or not, because they faked their death. So for all I know, the last one's still alive, because just like Silvero, we don't know whether his children, who believe they have $500 billion each, plus basically the takeover of Florida as Brazilians on a Brazilian network. But the fact that the intel on a spy network of all these foreigners is the real story through translation. So I've also talked to the Federal Trade Commission. So here I am. Let's see if you can see me here. There you go. Picture of me. Let's see if I can get it to come in clear. So this is a picture of me, very tan. Been tan my whole life. This was 1988. Okay, so after the death of my mother, I was put as beneficiary, and my two daughters, who are American Indian. Their father was part American Indian. His father, their grandfather, is American Indian. So this became about the inheritance, not only of me, but bigotry. To find out that my brother put as executor turned into a hate crime. and the fact that my children being American Indian among a bunch of white supremacists. So I'm attempting to see where I can set this picture. I have a hard time holding things at the same time. Let me see if I can clip this to here. I wanted to show you a picture. Let's see if I... No. No, that's not going to work. Okay. Let's see. I'll unplug the... I have it plugged in because I'm not so good at these videos. I was supposed to have money for my story, and to imagine all these other people now running around with Susie Q. Shep vehicles and money, which I now have to report to the Inglewood police. They're registered here in Inglewood, Colorado. So, you know, my property, my money, the fact that people continue to brag that they can change out things to not be mine. So the fact that people keep bragging of leaving me with nothing. But this has to do with my 2 children. This has to do with a hate crime. My mother passed away. This is Killian Shear right here, the one I believe holding my daughter hostage. I believe he married her for money. The fact that he's kept me from having any relationship with my daughter. I believe my daughter's in danger. So this is my family picture years ago of my brother, me, and my sister Shirlene. And this woman right there, the ex-wife of William Leslie, actually it's Lorraine. But anyway, another one that goes by Susan that's stolen my identity. And that's what we're going to be proving, is the false identity that these people live under, false identity. So right now, the picture I'm looking for here. Okay, so this is my daughter with my mom and my dad. My dad right there was supposed to be the prophet in the 70s. A very bright individual. His identity's being also stolen. And William Shepard Jr. continues to pretend and have Latter-day Saints pretend to ruin his reputation. He has a will transfer life. He's in the medical community. He creates formulas for medical professionals. He's actually been by my side helping me. I've been now in Arizona for a year. He has been the one helping with the situation. So anyway, so my mom passed away, who was a Temple Mormon, and so to know that this is William Shepard Jr. See how he's grabbing my daughter's arm like that? He's actually a rapist. He's disgusting. You know, he's a pedophile. He's a pedophile leader for the Latter-day Saint Church. And he's over the missionary Mormons. He has ruined my relationship with my daughter. I believe that he's going to end up having her killed if he's not the one that rapes her to death. His children have been pretending to be my children for their whole lives, having sex with their father for the Latter-day Saint Church. The fact that that my 2 children here, this is about 2009, beautiful children here, and this is the one missing. The person snapped the shots, part of a lawsuit in the future. She took this picture without my daughter in it. For one of the few pictures, I literally have, these are the few pictures I got from the wedding, and my daughter missing. Now this is actually, that's the one where she's in it. Okay, so there's that one. So there was one, oh, it's right here. It's in my hand. Okay, so this is the one that she's missing. You know, can you imagine a mother getting the pictures from your daughter's wedding and your daughter's missing, where they make weddings as funerals? And that's just a scary thing to know with people who hate transgender and are literally against other people for the trans community. So I believe this is a hate crime. I believe there's lots of people involved. But I think someone like Taylor Swift that claims that she wants my money, my children's money, she put herself through my brain. She bragged that the Latter-day Saints don't do anything, aren't going to stop her. Today, consistently again, as they dismember people and she's watching, she laughs. She laughs at watching people have their hands cut off. It's been 4 years every single night of here's your hand in marriage, here's your hand in marriage, as they wear people's faces. And I saw it on YouTube. Actually, Taylor Swift looked like my daughter's face 4 years ago. So since I have yet to prove that my daughter's alive, I've asked for the FBI to investigate. I've called the Greeley police and asked for investigation. There is no restraining order against my daughter who has autism. Where is she at? So again, I'm going to continue to report. I believe that you guys killed my daughter. I believe that the next door neighbor did see a body bag come from my daughter's house. I believe that there's an occult Illuminati, and that these Masons and Freemasons and all of you guys involved, all the way up to Trump, has been taking my money. I believe Biden is a part of taking my money. I believe every presidency for 5 decades has been a part of taking my money. So again, this is Susan Shepard. I now have to take this other phone call and deal with the liaison as the court to deal with this restraining order. It has to do with an email that I sent about me believing that Killian, Killian, Scherer, Sherer, is abusing my daughter. I believe he has a rape game. I believe he's holding my daughter as a prostitute. Even though she's a healthcare professional, she's a teacher, she's an educator, I believe he has a rape game. I believe that he's harming my daughter. I believe that I saw a picture and I gave it to Officer Graves that's no longer with Weld County, with Greeley Police. But the email was in regards to that, showing my daughter's face beaten up. I believe that she's being harmed, and I believe that these well checks are not being done, and the fact that Lance Mann refused before the restraining order to check on my daughter. He refused to check her phone. He refused to find out if she was held as a hostage. The fact that I've had Killian Scherer come through my mind that you're now claiming is Foster BEAL, claiming every single night, I've just killed your daughter. So again, this is Susan Shepard, my augmented reality, reporting live in Colorado, in Englewood, Colorado, to deal with trillions of dollars, $222 trillion that was supposed to come back in my name, in Susan Shepard's name.